right. I'd like everybody to know that there is a vaccine place at Camden at and T Pavilion. Is organized by the FEMA and the military nurses are there giving the injection. It started today and they will be there tomorrow and their last day is Friday. Um, you don't need pre-registration. All you need is to get there and they will register you and give you the vaccine. However, it takes about an hour time for you to get through. So please, if you know anybody that need the vaccine, please endeavor to take them to BB&T Pavilion in Camden. And again, the vaccination started today and it will be going on till Saturday.
Is there an age restriction?
Was that?
Is there an age restriction?
I thought they have 18 and older.
Okay.
Do you know which vaccine they're giving?
I don't know. I don't know, but it could be Madonna because they give you the first shot and they give you the card indicating when you're gonna go for your second shot. So possibly it is Madonna.
Just a quick note. If we're going to send anybody, if you're going to send anybody, try to send them a little earlier. Because when my mom and sister went, and it was around like 2 p.m., they were making people make appointments. So I know earlier there was no appointments. So I don't know if it's when it gets later, they make people do appointments. Just wanted to throw that out there, FYI.
Thank you. Do you know what kind of vaccine they are giving them?
No, sir.
Okay.
So I think my mom, I think she's scheduled it for tomorrow.
Okay. Council, there is a guy that used to be in town and he has a church called to be a life center. Since January, he had requested to do a spring harvest festival here in town using the baseball field. And he wanted that to be on April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th between 5 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. And he just want to secure this avenue for that. And just want to know what you guys think. To me, I don't have any issue, but it's all up to you guys. Yeah. Shall we allow it for him to have that festival? It's to uplift the people in town. And he said last year being crazy year, we want to bless as many people as we can. Woodlynne has always been our heart, and we have opportunity to bless the community. So we want to do this outreach festival April 22nd, 23rd, 24th at the baseball field starting at 5:30 till 8:30 p.m. There will be prizes and giveaways for all ages, music, games, face painting. There will be a reefer truck with enough food to bless the whole community. Medical truck with free screening and literature. Sincerely, bringing hope within reach. Pastor Fred Chin, CEO. Toby Life Center, Inc.
Well, I don't mind the idea of a festival. Some of the activities may have to be curtailed because of COVID, like face painting and some stuff like that. That's not really that safe.
This is a moved event, Mayor.
The what?
A moved event, like they've done this event before somewhere else, and they want to bring it here now.
I believe they said he had done it in town before.
Okay. I was just concerned, not concerned, but just inquiring in regards to logistics and will they need police officers, the whole setup, security wise, are they providing their own security, things of that nature?
They're doing it on their own. They're not using any of our security. If they need, they provide it themselves.
I mean, I'm for it. I think we can use some upliftment, providing that they, have proper insurance and everything where we're covered as a municipality.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I will get back to him, let him know to be COVID um, watchful and things that will have contact from another person to another person, try to avoid it and make sure he provides his own security. Okay. All right, we're gonna start the meeting now. Let's stand to salute the flag. I pledge
Pledge allegiance
to the flag
Flag of the United States of America,
and to
and
to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under
under God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty and
liberty
justice for all.
just for all. Oops.
statement of the meeting.
Good evening to all. Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act was originally provided in the following manner. By emailing written notice to the Carrier Post in retrospect on January 5th, 2021. By posting written notice on the official bulletin board at the municipal building on January 5th, 2021. And by filing written notice with the clerk of the Borough of Woodlynne on January 5th, 2021. Public notice of the electronic public meeting was posted on the borough website, www.woodlynne.net, and was again made to the Carrier Post in retrospect, as well as posted on the door of the municipal building in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and in adherence to the Department of Community Affairs, Division of Local Government Services, DLGS guidelines in response to the COVID-19 state of emergency. Members of the public were also notified that they may participate in the public meeting electronically by dialing 1-929-205-6099, meeting ID number 802-892-7745, and passcode 635158.
Call, please.
Mr. Fontenay,
Present.
Mr. Fuentes,
Present.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Here.
Mr. Edwards,
Present.
Mrs. Feliciano,
She notified us of being absent. She is out of town right now.
thank you. President Early,
Here.
Mayor Chouwaki,
Present.
thank you.
Thank you. Committee report. Emergency Management, Councilman Edward.
Mayor, Council President, council members, and residents, good evening. Following is the fire EMS report for the month of February. We had 52 EMS calls, 3 fire calls for a total of 55 calls for the month of February. Thus ends the report.
You've heard the report of emergency management. Can I get motion and second, please?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Council President and second by Councilman Fontanes. Full vote, please.
Mr. Fontanes,
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Edwards,
Yes.
President Early,
Yes, I didn't know if you heard me.
thank you. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Public safety.
Good evening.
Councilman Fontanes, please.
Good evening, Mayor, Madam Clerk, Solicitor, fellow council worker, public. This is my public safety report for the month of February 2021. There were 295 calls for service. There were 30 public summons, 29 moving violations. There was 2 adult arrests, 0 juvenile arrests, 0 DUI arrests. There was 9 borough ordinance. The department towed 4 vehicles during the month of February. Uniform crime report. Robbery, 1. Aggravated assault, 0. Simple assault, 4. Theft, 4. Burglary, 3. Disorderly conduct, 0. Drug offenses, 0. Motor vehicle theft, 0. This is my report, which was submitted by Lieutenant Robinson. Thank you.
You heard the report of public safety. Can I get motion and second?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilman Fuentes and second by Councilman Edwards. Full vote, please.
Mr. Fontanes,
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Edwards,
Yes.
President Early.
Yes.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you. Public building, Councilman Rodriguez.
Good evening, Mayor, Council President, Councilman, residents. My report for the boss. I'm working on getting quotes on the roof and gutters for the meeting, for this month. I'm working on that. So hopefully I have some news next time. Thank you.
You heard the report of public building. Can I get motion and second?
Motion?
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fontanes and second by Councilman Fuentes. Is that right?
I
Edwards.
believe it's Mr. Edwards, yes.
Edward, okay, Councilman Edward. Full vote, please.
Mr. Fontanes,
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Edwards,
Yes.
President Early.
Yes.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah. What was Skid? The report for Public Affairs and Recreation for Councilwoman Felicia, not due to her absentee. So when she comes back for next month, she will give us 2 reports. for that department. Finance, Councilman Fuentes.
Good evening, Mayor, solicitors, Madam Secretary, Council President, Council, and public. This is my report for the month of February 1st, 2021 to February 28th, 2021. Tax payments, 825 count. Total of $891,788.43. Grass property maintenance payments, $415.56. Lien payments, 30, at $7,381.37. Animal license payments, 2, that's $18.40 each. Total is $18.40. Landlord registration is 8, which is a total of $1,500. mRNA is 5, $13,826.53. Miscellaneous payment was a total of 29, equals to $32,840.30. For the total of $887, which is total of $932,444.13 collected. Thank you. This is my report for the finance. Now I'm going to give you the report for the municipal court revenue. Okay. For January, borough, $2,369.72. County, $1,133. State, $1,244.51. That's a total of $4,747.23. And for the month of February, borough, $1,529.46. County, $739. State, $582.64. That's a total of $2,851.10. The overall total for January and February is $7,598.33. This is my report from the finance department given to me, and that's all I have.
You've heard the report of finance. Can I get motion and second, please?
Motion.
Motion by Council Fuentes.
No,
By Council. I'm sorry, what's that again?
it was not Fuentes.
It's who?
Edward?
Mr. Fontenay.
Who, please?
Mr. Fontenay.
No.
And second by,
It was Mr. Rodriguez.
thank you. And second by Council President, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Who vote, please?
Mr. Fontenay.
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes.
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Edwards.
Yes.
President Early.
Yes.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you. Public Works Council President Early.
Good evening, Mayor, members of council, our solicitor, and members of the public. This is the Public Works report for February 2021. Recycling, we had 29,560 pounds, or 14.78 tons. Trash was 189,200 pounds, or 94.60 tons. And that concludes my report for Public Works for the month of February. I also wanted to thank our guys for a job well done during the month of February. We had a lot of lousy weather and the snow, and they did pretty well, all considering issues with the streets and the narrowness of the streets. So I again wanted to thank them for a job well done over last month. That concludes my report.
Mayor, you're muted if you are speaking.
I'm telling you guys to unmute yourself so I can hear you while I'm muted myself. I'm sorry, please. Okay, can I get motion and second to file, please?
Motion.
Okay, motion by Rodriguez and second by Fuentes. Is that okay?
No, it's not Fuentes.
It's who?
Fuentes.
Fuentes, thank you. Full vote, please.
Huh?
Mr. Fontanes?
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes? Mr. Fuentes?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
President Early?
Yes.
Oh, yes, thank you. Sorry, Mayor, you're muted again.
Correspondent, at this time, I'll yield to Borough Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. I submitted my report in writing to the mayor, but I'll go over anything that's been updated since our last report. And there are several items to discuss on tonight's agenda, and I'll try and point those out as I go along. The NJDOT fiscal year 2021 project, which received $260,000 of funding. Last month, you approved our office to move forward with the design using option 1 of our proposal, which utilizes some of the DOT funds to cover our design costs. I forwarded that resolution to DOT. As soon as we get concurrence from them that it's acceptable to move forward that way, we'll start with the design, and we're going to do a base bid for Elm Avenue from Woodlynne Avenue to 4th Street, and then we're going to have an ad alternate bid continuing on Elm towards the culvert. And I'll talk about the culvert a little bit later in the report. Under general engineering, the CDBG program year 2021 applications are due tomorrow. And in talking to the mayor, we decided to submit for the reconstruction of Parker Avenue from 3rd Avenue to 4th Avenue. So on tonight's agenda, you have a resolution 2021-39, and that gives us authorization to submit the application and for the mayor to sign it. The program year 39 CDBG project, which is the renovation of the fire station doorway. We received bids on March 4th, and we submitted a letter to the borough recommending an award of the base bid to WJ Gross in the amount of $69,200. That same letter we wrote documented that there are funds available with CDBG, and that was all supposed to be reviewed by the CFO. You have a resolution tonight on the agenda for 2021-40, and that authorizes the contract for that low bid from WJ Gross. The NJDOT fiscal year 2020 project which was on Chestnut Avenue. We received notification today from the contractor that he has rehired his crews that were laid off over the winter. So they're going to be out next week addressing our punch list regarding some of the condition of the curb out there. And the last thing I have is the Elm Avenue culvert, where we're replacing that culvert. We're finalizing the design. We have a detour plan that we are going to be submitting to the Woodlynne Police, the Collingswood Police, and NJDOT for review, because we're going to be using a portion of US 130 as the detour, so we have to get NJDOT concurrence. We're going to be submitting that to those three entities next week, and hopefully get authorization to go out to bid for that project soon as well. And that concludes my report, unless anybody has any questions.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
New business. Ordinance 2021-3, it's introduction by title only. Ordinance amending the Borough from Ordinance 2017, number 4, at the year 2017 of the Borough of Woodlynne. In the County of Camden, New Jersey, this is only introduction. It will be open for public in April meeting 2020. Can I get motion and second, please?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Council President and second by Councilman Fuentes.
Fontanes.
Any question from the council? Full vote, please.
Mr. Fontanes,
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Edwards,
Yes.
President Early,
Yes.
all yes, thank you.
We don't hear the mayor.
No.
I am not on mute, I don't know why. Anyway, I'll repeat that.
Really no.
All right, I'll repeat again. Resolution 2021-38. This is a resolution of the Borough of Woodlynne, County of Camden, State of New Jersey, authorizing membership in a mutual aid and assistance agreement with participating units and Camden County Mutual Aid and Assistance Agreement between participant units. At this time, can I get motion and second, please?
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Councilman Fontanes and second by
Fuentes.
Councilman Fuentes. Thank you. Any question?
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
Do we have a mutual aid plan?
I'm sorry, your stuff is echoing. Can you repeat that again?
Okay. Do we have a municipal mutual aid plan? Yes. Okay.
I heard you said, do we have a mutual aid plan? But I didn't hear the first one.
Municipal mutual aid plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Full vote, please.
Mr. Fontanes,
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez. Mr. Edwards,
Yes.
President Early,
Yes.
oh yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, yes. Resolution 2021-39. This is resolution authorizing the borough engineer to make application and the mayor to execute same the Camden County Community Development Block Grant Agreement for program year 2021. Please, can I get motion and second?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Council President and second by Councilman Fuentes. Any question? Full vote, please.
Mr. Fontenay,
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Edwards,
Yes.
President Early,
Yes.
oh yes, thank you.
Thank you. Resolution 2021-40. This is a resolution of the Borough of Woodlynne, County of Camden, State of New Jersey, for awarding contract to WJ Gross for renovation of existing firehouse. Please, can I get motion and second?
Motion.
Yes. Fuentes.
Motion by Council President and second by Rodriguez. Any question, please?
Yes, I have a question. When they're doing this renovation, right, where is fire truck going? It's still going to be staying there while they're doing this, or have to be out?
You want me to answer that, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, please, Mark.
I talked to Jerry Fuentes about this, and they would move the fire truck that is active to the center bay and move one of the inactive trucks to the current bay where the door is being widened.
Okay. Thank you.
Full vote?
Mr. Fontenay,
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Edwards,
Yes.
President Early,
Yes.
oh yes, thank you.
Thank you. Approval of bills and prepaid bills. Please, can I get motion and second?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Council President and second by Councilman Fuentes. Any question? Full vote?
Mr. Fontenay,
Yes.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. Edwards,
Yes.
President Early,
Yes.
oh yes, thank you.
Thank you. At this time, council members, do you have any other new business that you want to talk about?
I do, Mayor. Good evening. Been back and forth with Councilwoman Feliciano. Easter is approaching again, and again, for the second year, we are still battling with, COVID restrictions. Last Easter, I wanted to have the Easter Bunny go around on the fire truck. Now, we did have great success with doing that for Halloween, so I would like to respectfully request, with the help of my committee and also Mr. Edwards' committee on the fire department, to assist in getting this coordinated. That way we can do something and provide a little happiness for the kids for Easter.
Thank you, Council President. We will all contribute to any help you need us and make sure that it's success. Any other new business? Councilman Edward, can you please tell them and the community what we're actually doing on the hazard mitigation plans?
Yes, so March 2nd, we have joined in coalition with the rest of Cannon County in preparing for disaster and hazardous relief. So we've been getting that mitigation process. Hopefully within the next couple of days, we'll have a link provided for the general public so that you guys can not only attend the meeting, but also give input to identifying areas that may be at risk during inclement weather or any type of natural disasters. This input will allow us to receive aid from FEMA, and in the future, I believe in October 21st, the funds should become available. These things will help us hopefully address some of the issues that we've been having in the borough, i.e., in particular, the flooding situations that we have, or any things that you might deem essential to us when we're experiencing these challenges with inclement weather of that sort. So please, residents, those that are in attendance, feel free once the link is up. The links are currently on the Camden County's website, but it's our hope to have them onto our website so that you guys could have easily be able to assess, attend these meetings and have an active voice. You guys are out there. We are as well. We all live here, but the more eyes we have, the better we can identify these areas, these challenged areas. That's pretty much it for now, Mayor.
Thank you. And there's all possibility that we're gonna reach out to some of the council members and to you, mostly Council President, due to certain questions that we need to use to fill out in their forms, so that you guys can help and guide us towards that, so we can be able to turn it in time as your schedule permits. Okay. Okay.
Mayor?
Yes.
Yeah, I have something new. I've talked about it before, but it's Parker Avenue that we have a problem with speeding. We had several accidents on Parker Avenue because of speeding. People are coming straight from 3rd Street or 4th Street, and they're ignoring that we have a lot of kids and everything. And like I said, we had years back an accident when a girl crossed and she was ran over by a vehicle that was speeding on that same street. And want to know if we could talk about anything that in the future about putting a speed bump, even if it's rubber.
Okay. We could start, yes, putting a mitigation plan to alleviate enforcement is another thing we can do. But for now, I thank God that the chief is on the line. We can make the police present more on that corner of Todd and Parker, and hopefully that will deter the speeding for now. And then we will plan to put something permanent, and that will help for future and moving forward. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, council members, we're gonna open up this portion of the meeting to the public. Please state your name, your address, and your question directed to me. And please do not ask the same question that I had asked before. And you have 5 minutes at any portion when you start talking. At this time, I need motion and second to open it to the public, please.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Edwards,
Second, Councilman Fuentes.
second by Councilman Fuentes. At this time, it's open to the public. Please state your name and your address and say what you want.
My name is Sandra, 104 Evergreen.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi. 2 quick questions. One is about the cones on Evergreen. There's a lot of people putting cones, and I know if I call about one neighbor, the other neighbor puts the cones up, and they say, well, why are they telling me to take the cone down when they're putting cones up? So I'm just wondering, I can't be the one policing all the cones when somebody should be, really taking down any cones that are on the street. Now, I understand other streets are having people put trash, cans or something to kind of block their parking spot because parking is hard to come by here. So people are doing that, and I think that should be kind of like overseen by maybe the police to make sure everybody does it. That way I don't call on one and then the other one say, see, this neighbor does it. Why are they telling me to do it, That's the first thing. And then the other thing, I may have missed it, but I just heard about this mutual aid, like Camden County mutual aid plan. I just wanted to understand what that meant. I was just confused between the municipality as opposed to the county mutual aid plan. I didn't understand the full extent of it. That's all. So if you could answer those, that would be great.
Thank you, Sandra. The police department, please call them when you see any of that cones on the street so that they can come and deal with it. Don't try to aggravate your neighbor by doing it yourself. Let police come and handle it, okay? Mutual aid is, for instance, Camden County give us salt during the snow time, and we in turn clean half of the Fedi Avenue whenever we're cleaning our town. So that's a mutual aid. It's like you give us stuff and we give you stuff. That's what mutual aid means.
Okay, does that also mean like people, like neighbors supporting one another, like for food banks and like emergency needs or fire departments and all those things as well?
Well, neighbors can support each other. That's neighbors. That's what we do as a human being, And I don't think it's called mutual aid. Mutual aid is I can go to Collingswood and ask them, what do you need? And they will tell me what they need. If I have excess of it, I can provide. And in turn, I will give them another thing that I need in our town so they can provide that for us.
Okay, so like at the county, like if we're on the border between Collingswood, like where we're at, Collingswood, Camden, and Woodlynne, like in one corner, and one needs something, the other one can jump in and assist, like from another jurisdiction?
Something like that, yes.
Okay. All right. And just to comment about the cones, it's just that, I could call, I never confront, but I know the people that are doing it, but it just happens over and over. As soon as the police goes away, they put the cone back. It's just like there's no enforcement, you know what I mean? It's just, the one day it's gone, the next day it's back. So it needs to be just general enforcement, and maybe not just on the street, but on all the streets. People shouldn't, it's a public street, we don't have permits. People can park where they want to park, I don't know if there's a time limit or something, I don't know, but there's a lot of fighting for parking going on here, and people yelling at each other, this is my spot. It's really a mess. I'm very fortunate to have a driveway, but nevertheless, it's right in front of the house. They're putting cones.
Okay, Sandra. Again, if you find such a situation, thank God the snow is pretty much over for the year. But in case if it happen again, just give the police a call, and the chief is on the line. So he's gonna be going around and see all those things.
Yeah. Just when they go by, just pick them up, or just remove them or whatever. Just, because the police go by and they leave the cones there, if they go by, remove them or something. Take them, and an idea to remove them, like take them with the cop. Don't put them somewhere on the side. Like remove it all together. You know what I mean? So that people don't find it and put it back. Remove it completely off the area.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, great.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Anybody else from the public?
Hi, Kelly Jankowski, 122 Maple Avenue in Woodlynne.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Hello, the junkyard is started up with a police car again back down there. Is that, since the car is smashed up, was that covered by insurance? They're going to buy us a new car now?
What do you mean junk car? What do you mean junk?
The police car that's sitting down in the junkyard, down at the end, down where the Borough Public Garage was, where we had all the other cars that you just sold.
We do not.
There's a police car down there with the bumper off. It looks like it must have been in an accident.
Okay. We do have.
Do you know if that's covered by insurance? They're going to buy it, because I know at the last meeting you said we were buying new police cars. But now that one's down there, that's been in an accident. It looks like it's been in an accident. So I was wondering if insurance is going to buy a new car.
I'm gonna answer your question now. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the other thing with the speed limit sign, do you know what happened to that? Because that's sitting down there. We put the money out for a speed limit sign, and now it's sitting down at the junkyard too.
Do you have any more questions, Kelly?
Yeah, one more. Well, not a question, but the fire truck, you said that when they put the door on, they're going to put the working fire truck in the other bay. Why couldn't we just done that? Because that's the truck doesn't fit through the door. Why couldn't we just switch that and put it in a different bay instead of buying a new door? Just a thought.
You have another question?
No, but do you have answers? Because I always ask questions, you never give me answers.
Okay, I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We do not have any junk yard here. Apparently, we do have the public works area where they do their things, and that's not a junkyard. Now, we had a car that was involved in an accident, and that was the cruiser that is back there parked. And number two, insurance have looked at it, and they are totaling the car to give us what it was as currently as the day the accident happened. That's answered your question number one. Question number two, yes, we do have the speed sign sitting in the public works yard. The insurance has been informed of it so that they can come to replace it. As a matter of fact, a car hit it. After we moved it down towards the store at the corner, the boundary between us and Collinswood. It was on a New Year's Day that they got hit. But the insurance has been notified of it, and they are working to see whether they will fix it or get us a new one. Fire truck switch and reserve of funding. Again, we have talked about this a long time ago. We are building expansion of the door where we have the bay for the new fire truck. Now, it's just a minor switch. It could be a day or 2 or 3 days, but it's not a permanent switch. Why do we need the other bay for the active truck? It's because on that wall is where our uniform and turnout gears and also air tanks are stored, and it's easily accessible and easily to get into the active vehicle. I think I've answered all your questions, and thank you. Is there anybody else?
Yes. Clyde Cook, 2301 Woodland Avenue, Woodland, New Jersey. My question is also containing to the fire doors. Now, it was mentioned as far as the bays. We had a discussion when y'all guys were trying to talk about the work being done on to extend the one bay, but I asked that question: could the fire truck fit into the bay that's actually the wider bay towards the end, going towards where your office is? And we talked about even having you guys demonstrate to see if that truck could actually fit in that door. The other question that I asked you was, what is the years of all three of those fire vehicles? And I have not been given an answer. This is now the the 4th month, still without an answer. The other thing is what actually happened to the equipment as far as the speed meter that was located on the side next to the pantry. I mean, are we looking to replace that meter? Or is that meter, warranted? And what actually happened to the meter?
Now, I already answered your question for the
Yeah,
fire
you already
truck.
asked that when Mr. Kelly asked that. I guess he wasn't paying attention.
Continue asking about it. Now, about when you say meter, what meter are you talking about? Is it the speed?
Yes.
Well, you also have answered that question too.
So what happened to the speed meter?
Actually, I answered it. Kelly asked about it. I answered it. I don't know why you bring it up.
So are we going to replace this meter?
Councilman, Mr. Cook, please.
I will always be a councilman, so yes, thank you. But I asked the question, will that meter be replaced?
I have answered that question, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer it again. Is there another person who would like to talk? Please, this is your time.
One more thing, Mayor, this is Sandra.
Sandra, you can. You even went past your time at your.
I had a question. Am I over the 5 minutes?
Sandra, you are over the 5 minutes, please.
I'm sorry.
Mayor,
Okay, next time.
Mayor Chewecki, out of respect, I did not have my full 5 minutes, and I am watching the timer. My question now is, during the daytime, your vehicle, when you're here, or Mr. Fuentes' vehicle is parked where the bay doors are. So now y'all gonna have to have this fire truck out. Are y'all guys gonna continue to block those bay doors where that fire truck cannot come out? Or are y'all gonna remove your vehicles? And what entitles y'all to park those vehicles in front of the firehouse?
Well,
in case those trucks have to go out.
Well, nobody parks their car in front of the truck without being in the building. Nobody. If you have to leave your car there, either as a police officer or as a firefighter or as a worker, you have to be present here in the building in case the alarm goes off.
Excuse me, Mayor, can I say something?
That's okay. That's okay. You don't.
No. Okay.
But, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Councilman. I'm sorry.
What it is, when they park cars, they don't park it where the bay is at. They park it on the end where there is no bay at all. Okay, that's what I've been seeing a lot. Not where the bay is at, where the fire truck comes out.
And also,
So-
we are not authorized to park there, but as a courtesy, when I park my car there, I'm always here in the building. If anybody parks their car out there, you have to be in the building in case the alarm goes off. I have my own alarm. He has his own alarm. We're the one that's gonna respond. And also to echo what Councilman said, we've never parked on the active truck bay. Thank you. Is there another question from the public, please?
What about with the sign that's posted on
Mr.
your
Cook,
property that's used by
Mr. Cook,
multiple people?
Mr. Cook, your time is up, please.
Could you at least answer that question?
Mr. Cook, your time is up, number one. And number two, if anybody park on my side, the police give them a ticket. So if you wanna go park there, you're gonna get a ticket. Thank you.
But is that an active sign? Was there an ordinance passed for that?
You go and read that sign and then go and ask
I don't
for
see that in the borough ordinance.
Ask for it, it will be given to you.
Can I have it?
Ask, you know how you send, what do you call that letter you guys send? And they will give
Oprah
it-
request?
Yes, please. Can you do that? At this time, I will request for motion and second to close for the public.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Council Fuentes and Council Fontanes. Is that right?
That's correct.
Thank you. All right, now we close it for the public. All right, can I get motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Council Woodlynne and Councilman Fontanes. Any opposed? If everybody say yes, at this time, meeting is adjourned. Thank you. for
Thank you.
coming. Please
Good night.
and social distance, wash your hand, go get your vaccine, and thank you all.
Thank everyone.
Brian, can we see you in the office, please?
Okay, fine, Mayor. Thank you.
No, I don't even know.